Ali. I am your host, Saieed Ali. I do thank you for joining us tonight. Real Talk with Saieed Ali in Trinidad and Tobago have been booming. I do thank you for this. In everything, give God praise. And anything else is all well and good. So tonight, I'm thanking you so much. Now remember, viewers, before we go further, log on to our page. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Go onto your Facebook account. Type in Real Talk with Saieed Ali. You will see our Real Talk page popping up. Please like and share our page. Every night I encourage you to do so that the people who don't have television cable to look at us, they can see it on Facebook. You know, have some people who have internet and don't have cable. So you can view us on Facebook. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Like and share our page. Even on YouTube. Type in Titi Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live, viewers. So I do want to thank you for joining us tonight on this lovely, cold Wednesday night. But we're going to heat up things a bit as we go along. Nevertheless, your couch will become warm. Now, for those of you that are having spiritual problems, you know, you want to do a little reading. Saieed, I hear there's do spirit work, you do readings and things. Yes, I do readings. Now, in order to get in touch with me, you can call my office at 238-6716 or 339-1670. Those of you who people are owing you money and you cannot get it, contact Real Talk, that collection department. It is a branch of Real Talk Security and Intelligence Unit, and they will be glad to assist you in any way possible. So viewers, as we start off tonight, we're going straight to the AG. Attorney General Faraz Al-Rawi have stated that persons will now be able to pay their court fines electronically by May 15th. The judiciary also said it will soon begin accepting payments. After 8 months of deferrals in payments, such as those incurred for not wearing masks against COVID-19, the AG hoped that measures would encourage mask wearing. Attorney General said on Thursday he will approach Cabinet to ask the President, Paula May Weeks, to proclaim the Electronic Payment Into and Out of Court Act 2018 as recently amended. The AG said the method of payment electronically will be included under the 2018 Act of Amendment. So those of you who got ticket for mask, not wearing of mask, by the 15th of May, there is something in place that you will be able to pay your ticket in and out of the court. So viewers, this will encourage you now to wear your mask. It's $1,000 for not wearing your mask in public. I urge you, it is an amendment, it is a legislation to wear your mask to prevent the spread of COVID-19, not for others, but for the safety of yourself. So I am encouraging you to wear your mask. Now viewers, feel free to call in 238-6716. Let me hear your views and your opinion. And I also want to remind you that, remember last night I mentioned that we are having a drive to buy 125 devices for 125 students that is attending school and do not have a device. Sometimes we have 2 children in our house and they have to share a phone. They have to share a phone because the parents can't afford a device. So all I'm asking to do is contribute between $500 to $600 to Real Talk Studios, and I will give you the opportunity to win an all-inclusive weekend in Tobago for 2. So feel free, viewers, to call my office. I do want to thank the individuals who have called me today and pledged their support. I want to thank you so much. I want to thank a loyal fan in Masugi. I wouldn't call her name, but I do want to thank you so much, my friend. So viewers, as we continue tonight, call her good night.
Hello, good night, sir.
My friend.
Arima Hospital. There's beds out there, there's everything, new linens, everything.
Correct.
But you know they're securing that place for special people.
Only special people?
You 1%? Yes, for special people. because they say that is not for people who have the virus.
Oh,
but the 1%, somebody they're saving that place for. Why it is everybody cannot go there just as well.
So that's not the poor man hospital?
That is not the poor man hospital because everything new inside there. You have to be at 1% together.
I understand.
Inside there.
Thank you so much, my friend. So viewers, Jamaica have served notice of its plan to restrict travel from Trinidad and Tobago following a new spike of COVID-19 case and the discovery of the Brazilian variant. This after data from the Ministry of Health revealed that 10 additional cases of the variant were detected across Trinidad and Tobago, bringing the total number of positive samples of P1 variant to 25. Against the backdrop, the PM, who is the current CARICOM chairman, revealed that his Jamaican counterpart, Andrew Holness, had informed him on Sunday of the planned travel ban. The PM stated, sometime today, Jamaica will put TNT on a restriction list of countries from which person cannot travel, largely because of the P1 Brazilian variant here. So viewers, within today or tomorrow, Trinidad and Tobago citizens will be banned from traveling to Jamaica, and even its citizens will not be able to come to Trinidad and Tobago and spend their little money or vacation because of the P1 virus. The P1 variant that was discovered in Trinidad and Tobago. Hey, I don't know what to say again, serious. I don't know what to say again. If the present administration, let me tell you something, if the present administration did put things in place when the opposition was asking to talk about it in the House of Representatives and the speaker keep turning down and turning down and turning down, I wonder who she turning down now? If we did put things in place to deal with this proper, we would have been like some CARICOM countries on top of our games, but we are not on top of our games. We are not. We are lackadaisical. After the horse passed the stable, the horse passed the cat, we're looking to capture the horse. It don't operate so. It don't operate so at all. So we're trying to capture now what could have been captured and managed before. What are we going to do? We Trinidadian. God is a Trini. God is a Trini. So listen to this. Wednesday night. And I have some serious matter to discuss concerning food. Call a good night.
Very good evening again, Mr. Saieed.
To you, my friend.
I know that item expensive. This is why every day I just give you a little snippet. Okay, so then to finish off this the Cuba Hospital. Last Saturday, breakfast was served at 10:30. And guess what these people get? A cup of tea and a hops with some chana. And one person, count the chana, it was 19 grain of chana in the hops. You think when the right Dr. Keith Rowley was in his facility, you think they give Rowley a bread and chana and a cup of tea?
Now hear what that.
Have a good evening.
Thank you, my friend. And we do thank you for updates. I do thank you for that. So here is viewers. And I want you to tell me if this is right. Principal Medical Officer, Dr. Mariam Abdul Richards, has stated that there have been no restrictions on the sale of foods or food at supermarkets, bakeries, and vegetable stall. Get ready to dial on your phone. She was questioned whether there were any charges or changes to the public health regulation in regards to supermarket being prohibited from selling food. Dr. Abdul Richards stated that as per the amendment effective May 3rd, 2021, there have been no restrictions for the sale of food at supermarkets. Listen to this.
I'd just like to stress that as per the amendments in the public health regulations, effective May 3rd, 2021, there has been no restriction regarding the continued sale of food at supermarkets, bakeries, or vegetable stalls. So I'd like to correct that if there was a miscommunication or some sort of misconception that was being communicated to members of the population.
So now, viewers, caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Yes, sir. The kingpin is Dr. Rowley. He should be charged, and also the House Speaker in the field. These both people should be responsible for all the lives that are lost. You see this kingpin Rowley, he coming with different laws, study all the time, and he has that back door open. Venezuela, he allowing Venezuelans to come in, and he's shielding for them, he's shielding from Maduro. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend. I understand what you're saying. So listeners, viewers, however, according to report, the sale of food at a grocery in Barataria was reportedly shut down by the police this week. I believe that was today. Good. A grocery selling food, officers went in and shut them down today. We have a picture of it? Focus, my friend. We have a picture of it? Alright. Previously, on the 3rd of May, in a media conference, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley stated all food places will be closed. Listen to this.
As of midnight tonight, all food service will be discontinued, and that includes itinerant or what you call street food selling. All. I am sure that there will be inconvenience here, but the corollary to that is I'm sure that most people, if not all, in this pandemic, in this crisis that is brewing, that you could feed yourself at home.
We'll check it just now. So viewers, is there a contradiction? Let me tell you something, it's contradicting. Because the Prime Minister said all food places will have to shut down. Now listen to this. The side road roti shop shut down. All street corner foods, street foods shut down. Restaurants shut down. But listen to this. A bakery in Derby, what were they selling? Look what they're selling. What's the date? 5th of the 5th. Somebody went into a bakery in Derby and that is what they purchased. You could zoom up on the date, let us see it, so they would understand. That is what they purchased in a bakery in Derby. Just imagine that. Look at it. Look at it. All food places have to shut down. Now we have supermarkets now. Look at it. Chicken and fries in a bakery. Imagine that. But I thought the Prime Minister said all food places have to shut down. It's contrary. You're going contrary. So it's only people quite up on top who have some connection to some police station or some connection to some minister could sell food. Huh? Just imagine, we have all trying to stop the sale of restaurants and doublesman and street food. You all are saying that there are large, massive gatherings. Okay, you shut it down. How the hell a bakery could sell chicken and chips? We have groceries in Trinidad and Tobago now. You could go in and you could get chicken roti in a blasted grocery. What you doing? What the hell you doing? So therefore now, If Saieed Ali open my restaurant tomorrow and I open my corner chicken roti place, you cannot come and tell me to shut down, you know. No. You cannot come and tell me shut down because we have the supermarkets selling food. We have the bakeries selling food. What are bakeries supposed to sell? Bread and pastries, cakes. That's a bakery. What the grocery supposed to sell? Goods, so that you could take it home and cook. Not cook food in the grocery. What the hell you doing? What you doing? Police now should go into them groceries. Let me tell you something, and charge them for disobeying regulation. You're breaching the health protocol. That is what you're doing. I don't care if they're vexed with me, you know. I don't care if the big groceries are vexed with me for highlighting it. I don't care if the bakery man vexed with me, you know. That is all your business. All you're putting a 5 cent inside pocket, and the writing is the writing. And to the health minister of Trinidad and Tobago, you are supposed to come up with something good. When you all say all food places closed, what are you saying by that? Half of it should sell food and half should not? This is what I want to know. So if I open my restaurant tomorrow, let me tell you something. Don't play along coming to knock my door, you know. If I open my corner parlor tomorrow, and I selling my little chicken roti and dal puri and bus up shot and goat, don't play along coming to close my door, you know. I telling all as it is. I will stand all at a court. I'm telling you that on national television. I don't care what grocery, I don't care what bakery, I don't care if it's at 1% or 2% or 3% own it. Food place is food place. Am I right, Mr. Dialsing? Mr. Prime Minister, am I correct? Mr. CMO, am I correct? Huh? You all encouraging the crowd inside the grocery, while the Supermarket Association President Rajiv Dipti is saying to the public, just send one person, a member of the family, to make your shopping. What the hell really going on in Trinidad? What the police and them doing? You want to give them power to come and walk inside your house and charge you for more than 5 gathering. But they cannot walk in the big groceries and shut the bloody hell thing down. Because somebody connected to somebody that connected to somebody that connected to somebody that will make a phone call. That's the correct thing, Mr. Health. And to the man who own all the hospital, that's the correct thing, right? I'm going to tell you something. I'm one-sided, you know. And with Saieed, it's a one-sided thing. If you're going down the left lane, stay your tail on the left lane. Because if you come on the right lane, you could be right off. You could be right off. So it's whether the 1%, 2%, or 3% have food selling in their establishment. When the Prime Minister says no food, he means no food. No food. And what the police officer should do now, the senior in the station should assign a police vehicle and 2 officers with 1 or 2 ticket book in their jeep and drive around to supermarkets and groceries and small mini marts and bakeries and see who is selling food and issue a public health notice one time with a fine. No food mean no food. Caller, good night.
Hello, Mr. Saieed Ali.
You're live on television. Go right ahead.
Yes. Salaam alaikum and good night to you.
Walaikum salam.
I'm calling in because this was a concern. I got on another frequency and I made a concern about a month ago. I said it's almost a year and people all over the country were crying out what was taking place on the border. People coming in on checks, coming in without no protection in the house, crowding the place, and mixing with our people. And I said, before this thing gets better, it will get worse. Just a month ago, and about 2 weeks after, we now heard about the Brazilian stuff, and around the bush before they make us to know where it came from. I want to know, the most important thing a government is supposed to do in every country, protect the borders, and then you protect the people, the health, and everything, especially with this COVID-19 going about. This is not no joke, you know. You just can't see this as smoke. We're not seeing it, but you just get sick and you die like flies. And when your neighbor house on fire, try to throw water and all. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, that is the one thing I would like to see the officers, the senior officers do in the station. Assign 1 police vehicle, assign 2 officers, and assign 1 or 2 ticket book. And let them go around in their community that they are stationed to serve. Every bakery, every supermarket, give them some work. You see, the groceries cannot sell food. Buy your food, your dry goods, and go home and cook. The bakeries, you all is for bread and cakes. You selling chicken and chips in a bakery? We have some modernized bakeries in Trinidad and Tobago now. And then all of us say, oh, the Prime Minister saying the wrong thing. $5,000 tail. $5,000 tail. Because the Prime Minister made it aware. Every citizen in Trinidad and Tobago, even the doubles man home. The doubles man home. Commissioner of Police, Gary Rutherford, have sought to highlight the lenient penalties being handed down to illegal immigrants. In a press release, Griffith pointed out the case of 24 illegal immigrants who were discharged by a magistrate after pleading guilty to illegally entering the country. He suggested that the soft sentence would serve to migrants. He pointed to the Section 4 of the Immigration Act, which makes illegal entry an offense and carries a penalty of a $50,000 fine and 3 years imprisonment after the first time offenders. Now, repeat offenders are liable to a maximum of $100,000 to 5 years in prison. Griffith warned that under the ordinance of COVID-19, officers can charge illegal immigrants for entering the country without exemptions due to the closure of the country's border. The offense carries a maximum penalty of a $250,000 fine and up to 6 months in prison. I myself would have been furious. You entered into the country illegally. You admit, yes, I am in the country illegally, and boom, the magistrate dismissed the matter. So automatically you are telling illegal immigrants, okay, I'll come in. You are operating like Stuart Young. I'll come in and fet and wine and dine. Bring in auntie, bring in tanty, bring in nanan, bring in nephew, bring in niece and all, bring in all housemaid and all come in. We going good so far. We going good so far. This is what we like. Call a good night.
Good evening, Mr. Saieed.
My friend.
Saieed, a true leader is someone who has vision.
Yes.
And is proactive rather than reactive.
Yes.
So far, every single thing that Rowley has done to this country was reactive. And we are in this position we are today, wholly and solely because of the failure of Rowley. And I'm hearing now that the AG want to go to Parliament to pass bill to get payments of the fines that
the mask. Yes.
How much people get murdered since the issue about legalizing a spray was discussed? And how much people again that get murdered and women cannot defend themselves? But that is not important for them because they cannot make money off of that. Because you don't know if all the fines that they lay out going to pay Alwari rent for the year. That is probably $23 million. Where they get that money? They have to make some way, because the country don't generating no income in no way. So they had to look for money where they could get to pay his rental. But the concern of the people who lobbying for the pepper spray so long that they just shelved that. You're hearing nothing about that again. Like I say, there's the wrong set of people in this country getting affected by crime and ending up like Franklin Can. If the real set of them who really supposed to get affected to do something to assist the people, the law-abiding, vulnerable citizens in this country, you know, see how quick things would be different in this country.
True, true.
Have a good night, Mr. Saieed.
Thank you, my friend, and same to you. So hear this now. Commissioner of Police went against the dismissing of the illegal immigrants, the 24 of them that end up in front of the magistrate, and the matter was dismissed, even though they admit that they were here in the country illegally. So hear this now. The Minister of National Security will soon be clamping down on illegal immigrants entering TNT as 15 beaches have now been identified as major points of entry for this activity. So I wonder what the former Minister of National Security was doing. While we're talking about the opposition side now, where is the former Minister of National Security? He living or he dead? Is he here in Trinidad or is he stuck somewhere around the world? Huh? I'm not hearing him. His heart beating. I wonder if he's hearing or he's seeing what is taking place in Trinidad. We're not hearing them. We're not hearing them. So I would like to hear from on the opposition, the UNC, I would like to hear the Minister of National Security. Where is he? It's only when you power your hand out. What happened when you're in opposition? Your mouth gone? Your voice box gone? Come now, man. Come now, man. If you don't want to be in the opposition, here what's going on. Tell Auntie Kamala you want a resignation and go home, you know. Go home. Because I, Saieed Ali, will call out to all in public domain. Now listen this. National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines revealed that the launch of maritime patrol by the TTPS and the use of drones to ensure there were no facilitations of border breach. He stated that the Prime Minister was able to negotiate with the Australian government to purchase 2 Cape-class vessels, which are expected soon.
To the extent where the Prime Minister, using his prime ministerial capacity and vision and wisdom and the respect that he has acquired in the international community and the respect that he has for other elements of the international community, was able to negotiate with the Australian government and to order, with their help, 2 Cape-class vessels, which I'm happy to let you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, know are expected sometime soon. I will not venture a date because I don't have the date in my back pocket, and in any event, if I did, the way business works, the way weather works, the way circumstances works, that date could change, and I know in Trinidad and Tobago that date would become a big issue. Suffice it to say that we will expect these vessels very soon.
Now, I like what you're saying, Mr. Minister. I love how you bring it across. But I want to ask the entire PNM administration, what happened to when the UNC administration was ordering Cape-class vessels to patrol the borders? What happened to that? Today, if they did brought it in, today you, would have been getting the praise. You know why? Let me tell you something. That they say do so and like so. And it's the same thing I told the health minister on national television. If you did open the Cuba hospital to the public, let me tell you something, you would have been getting the praise. But you ain't getting no praise. You know why? You leave it as it is. So you become the minister that do not want to open the hospital. That is not a good name for being in a ministerial position and have other countries looking down at you. That is not a good name. You is the man who have Trinidad and Tobago healthcare system where it is today. So I am asking you all now, what happened to that big deal? What happened to it? Today you would have been getting the praise as yes, we have ordered the boats and them to patrol around Trinidad and Tobago. The Coast Guard would have been getting a proper name. The Maritime Department would have been getting a proper name. The Minister of National Security would have been getting a proper name. But no, because them ordered, we go shut it down. Because them build it, we wouldn't open it. Let me tell you something. I don't see head people thinking. It's sad to say, but that is don't see head people thinking. You all want to carry Trinidad and Tobago into the 21st technology century. How much boat we are patrolling the border? 1, 2, or 3? All come good now, man. One of our advice called Saieed. Not them lame damn people all are working for them. All they even know what's going on in Trinidad. You're collecting a fat check and you're going home. But I will tell you something. You see a beautiful face. It is get old. And it is get wrinkled. And when it get wrinkled, you just hear people start saying, look how ugly they're looking. Look how ugly she looking. Look how ugly he looking. Always remember that. Call her good night.
Hi, good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
I must tell you first that you're doing a really great job. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
First, I just wanted to tell you about 2 observations that I saw. I know that you were talking about the restaurants in David, the bakery in David selling food. But do you know that Master Stores also sells rotisserie and fried chicken and wings and all that in the grocery?
Wow.
That's one of the things. A lot of people gathering to get those items. The other thing I observed is that there are massive Pennywise stores all over. Now, even though Pennywise has pharmacies in their stores, the pharmacy is like a quarter of the store.
I understand.
But the amount of people gathering in all the Pennywise, there's no limitations how much could go in. Everybody is there's a lot of people going in and lining up by the catchers and everything. And I can't understand how it is if the pharmacy is operating, why they don't put caution tape and block off the rest of the store if it is they are looking at gathering.
I understand. And thank you for your opinion, my dear.
Yes, thank you.
Now, Pennywise, they would say, the ministry would say that if it will fall on a pharmaceutical, right? But they need to clear that up. They need to clear that up. They want mass gathering to stop. They have to clear it up. And they also need to clear up the 1% from selling food in their establishment. Because I will tell you something. If I open my restaurant, no police are coming to shut me down, you know. Because I'm sending a letter for you in the station to come to court. And no health man are coming to shut me down, you know. Because I'm taking you, Mr. Man, straight to the court. Straight to the court. And I will go in business places that's supposed to sell bread and cake. And business places that's supposed to sell dry goods. And snap pictures and carry it in the court. You want evidence, Your Honor? This is my evidence. I don't play with Saieed, you know. Saieed is a stink man down to his heart, you know. I tell it all you. If the ganda egg ain't good in the morning, you cannot boil the ganda egg in the evening. It can't be good to boil. It can't be good. You see, I will tell you something, and I will tell you something. The citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, you all contributing to tax that is paying the salary of government ministers. That is what we're doing. Why do you think that this girl is so stupid and dotish on my platform? Eh? Because I know what I am doing. As long as I am paying tax and you are in government, you have to make sure my country run good. Because my tax paying dollars, it is entering into your pocket. You see, we fail to understand that. If we have a bad road in Shogunas, man, don't study the bad road. Really? My money paying you for you to fix that bad road. So don't get tied up with Saieed. Don't get waxed with Saieed. I will call you out on national television, and this is my platform to get things done for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Caller, good night.
Yes, Saieed, good night.
Right ahead.
Saieed, you're saying the correct thing there, It's just if the ministers or anybody who is power listen to what you're saying, because we're talking is raw facts.
Yes. Caller, now let me tell you something. You see, I side different from the rest of activists or talk show hosts. You see, as a man will not ask for funding. I wouldn't ask for people to contribute at $10 to run my program. No, it's my sweat, and by the grace of God, my program running.
Right. Now, here it is, sir. You remember at the beginning of last year, at the end of January, you know it had an opposition member that came out and asked Roshan Parashram, the CMO, right? If the coronavirus going to affect Trinidad, and where's the plan about it? And he turned around and said in the ending of January month that the coronavirus is not going to be any problem for Trinidad, it's not going to affect Trinidad. So, what we're looking at here now, them didn't have a plan from since day one.
Correct.
And right now, we back to square one. A whole year after this whole thing, come and ravaging the whole country. After the Prime Minister and tell everybody to congregate in Tobago for Easter weekend now. Now the rest of the country had to come and pay the price for this stupid decision. I just try to understand what is going on here now.
Thank you, my friend. I understand what you're saying. But I'm going to tell you something. I will bring it straight for that to hear it, you know. Me don't study them, you know. Me don't study them. I will stink you up. Because let me tell you something. All you have authorization to order material to fix the road. And don't tell me the country have no money. Don't tell me that. Tell me anything. But don't tell me the country ain't have no money. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that, because I will tell you you're lying. I will tell you you're lying in your face. So hear this. Combating illegal immigrants. He noted, we staying on the Minister of National Security, he noted that further action would now be reviewed in dealing with the poor borders.
Our borders are admittedly porous to the extent that there are so many landing points where illegal entry takes place. And it is that we have addressed this morning. We are taking further action after review and the application of the expertise to continue to deal with that. So there is where we are, mindful of the problem, but mindful of all of the practical human and physical and physiological realities. So we are working on this. But admittedly, if illegal people come in fact, even in your legal port, some people make false declarations and tell lies. You have all kinds of things. Yeah? And we are going to apply our best efforts, and we are mindful of the problems, and we are trying to tighten up on those porous elements of our borders to make the people of Trinidad and Tobago safe from COVID-19, say from arms and ammunition and drugs and guns and our women being taken away and women being taken away from other lands and brought here to be abused and misused for some people's perverted pleasure.
So viewers, the minister have now admitted that yes, they are concerned about the 15 beaches and they will do whatever it takes to make sure that there is no entry to illegal immigrants. Also tonight, I would like to send a special shout out to Rohit Electronics from Kunopia for fixing my microphone. My friend, I do want to thank you so much for that. Otherwise, I would have to hold a handheld mic tonight. So I do want to thank you so much for that. So moving along, viewers, we're going on health now. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Roshan Parashram have announced that younger persons without pre-existing health conditions have recently died from COVID-19. He stated that in the last few days, there were deaths in younger people, one in their 30s, a couple in their 40s without comorbidities, which is now a worrying trend.
There haven't been the literature, in the literature at least, that P1 is more severe. Having noted, as Dr. Hines would have indicated, we did see a couple deaths in younger people, one in the 30s, a couple in the 40s, without comorbidities in the last few days, which is a worrying trend, and it's a concern whether it can be attributed or not to P1. Only time will tell as we confirm those samples.
Now, Dr. Parashram noted that while testing to confirm the link to the P1 variant to deaths is ongoing, the variant is said to be 2 times more transmittable. It is more dangerous, viewers. He stated that the P1 variant has a role to play in the increasing number of COVID-19 cases reported.
P1 is said to be about 1.5 to 2.5 more transmissible than the previous strain, which is the main strain of the Wuhan strain. Taking that into consideration, certainly, and because of the localities we have found the P1 in this country over the last month or so, that the P1 certainly has a role to play. It tends to be more transmissible. What we're seeing is increasing viral loads of persons, meaning they have a higher viral load, and a lot of times they have less symptoms in the early stages. And what it means is that if you have higher viral loads with less symptoms, you can move through a population much faster. It is a recipe for quicker spread, and that's what we're seeing with P1.
Now, viewers, like you heard him said, it is a recipe for a quicker spread. So I am asking you, the population of Trinidad and Tobago, to be aware. This virus, P1 variant, is more dangerous. It is more dangerous than the normal COVID-19. Even though it is a COVID-19, it is a strain. It is stronger. It spreads faster. And it will kill you faster. So your safety, your health is in your hands. I am telling you that. So moving along, viewers, the TNT Police Service have stated its officers are doing all they can to ensure COVID-19 positive patient in home quarantine remains at home. Your life is in your hand. Your life is in your hands, people. You know how hard it is to know that you have the COVID-19 and you leave home and you go out, and when you come back, ambulance had to come and pick you up home. It's hard. People can say, well, me afraid death. Let me tell you something. If you know what happened on the other side, you keep yourself alive until God say come home, you know. I am telling you that. Let's imagine you have a nice pretty wife. A nice pretty wife. And you playing dotish because, that virus is going to kill me. And let me tell you something. You're not invincible. You're not invincible. So play foolish. As if somebody else will take your property. Play foolish. You think I playing stupid? You think I playing stupid for somebody else to take my property? No. They go cry one day for your daddy, they ready to bury, and after that, I be whining and jamming. New house to live in, new meat to eat. Nice rotisserie chicken. Nothing. So hear this now. 2 men from Penal appeared virtually at the Superior Magistrate Court today. We're going on a little crime scene here. They appeared virtually in the Superior Magistrate Court today, charged with possession of trafficking of marijuana. Nicola Sideno, a 25-year-old scaffolder, and Kinu Chandel, a 29-year-old scaffolder. Both of Penal were arrested around 3 p.m. by officers of the Penal CID. So we begin up the Penal CID. According to reports, the two men were arrested when officers who were acting on information spotted and searched a white Nissan AD wagon in which the accused were occupants. During the search, officers allegedly found 1.594 kilograms of marijuana. The both men were arrested and charged with possession of trafficking of marijuana. WPC Noriega is leading the investigation. Custom and Excise Division officers have made an even bigger discovery over the last 3 days, amounting to close to $5 million in cocaine hidden in various packages destined for the United States and other parts of the world. So congratulations to the Custom and Excise Division. During the last 3 days, up to last night, officers found close to 9 kilograms of cocaine hidden in several items. The cocaine weighed approximately 6.5 kilograms with a street value of $720,000 US or 4.8 million TT dollars. The cocaine was hidden in Benny balls, bottle of china, in speaker box, in car parts, in coffee beans, in fishing lines, and even in hammocks. I don't know how they're putting that in hammock now. Most of the package were destined for various parts of the US, but some were also to be sent to other parts of the world, including Europe. No arrests have yet been made for this bus. Anslim, I will name you as Anslim, was granted $75,000 bail with a surety after appearing before Magistrate Indar Gosain. To answer the charges of sexual touching. Listeners carefully, we're in 2021, On September 6, 2019, a 14-year-old female girl reported that sometime during the period of December 31st, 2018 and October 29th in 2019, her neighbor offered her a drop to school. Sometime therefore, he allegedly stopped the vehicle and went onto the back seat where she was seated and proceeded to sexually touch her. WPC Hamilton of the Child Protection Unit in Provincetown, the lead investigator, which resulted in the arrest of Mr. Anslim on May 2nd, 2021. So this incident happened. This incident happened in December 2018 and October 29, 2019. Look how long it took the officer to arrest the person on May 2nd, 2021. So we check it from 2019, 2020, 2021. This is what I'm talking about. The lengthy time. The lengthy time. Caller, good night.
Hello, Saeed. Good night.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Well, I see you fire up tonight. You raise a very good concern.
Talk to me.
About food being sold in bakeries and supermarkets. Saeed, I want to say something. Your name is Saeed Ali. And if I remember last year, during the lockdown, I went to Market, I get cashew and rice, chicken. I go on by Super Farm, it has sandwiches. Somebody told me they go by Linda, my neighbor. You get everything. You're very correct. It's a concern. But if your name is Saieed Ali, I put in you as a friend, I'm giving you a challenge. I want to see how that's going to change because I don't know the president. You know, they come and talk about president, brother. How the president was set since last year, 2020, during the lockdown, because the nature of these businesses before the lockdown was that they were selling lunches and selling this and selling that. And you're correct. The concern really now is the gathering and the crowding. And what's good for one, good for all. What's good for Barabop, good for Brother and Chana. So tonight I turn it all as a challenge. Yes, you raise the point. It deals with that issue that is go snuck under the carpet. I would like to get a little more campaign. Let me see what the minister, the Prime Minister, and the CMO have to say about that selling in these places. And the last thing, when you get some time, vaccine running out, I would like you to do a program concerning the merger, the takeover with the super farm and the Intersol and the...
I have something planned for tomorrow night, back on that Thursday.
And where we going down the road when we have to pay for these vaccines and who's going to be controlling the market in Trinidad. So Saeed, God bless you, brother.
Thank you, my friend. So you're challenging me now to shut down the food place inside the 1%. Hey, watch me, that is not a problem, Dan. That is not a problem. They say spiritual people who do spiritual work, they get up from 12 o'clock in the night. Let me tell you something. I just work 17 hours a day. I just be up from 3:30 in the morning. Why? I just do spiritual work, and there's a time that I just have to get up to pray. Nothing. We have a challenge. Watch me, Trinidad and Tobago, and watch me well. Money is not the root of all evil. Remember, I say that. Money is not the root of all evil. You know what is the root of all evil? Very simple, short verses. The root of all evil is the greed for money. The root of all evil is greed for money. So don't say because of money I'm going to kill a man and that's the root of all evil. You make a mistake. You tie up yourself. Let me tell you something. What happened long ago cannot happen now. I don't ever let the past come in my present to humbug my future. I don't ever do that. And a challenge is something I love. So watch me and watch me well. And now let's see how things. Whoever have been watching Real Talk, since we're on here for the last 3 years and some months, will tell you when Saeed put down his foot and ask for something. Let me tell you something. I don't just come out just and ask for something, you know. I will get up from 12 o'clock in the night, you know. And I will light my light, you know. And I will say my prayers, you know. And I will send out something to work, you know. Don't get tired up with me, you know. Don't get tired up with me. I am not a normal talk show host that hosts in a program. I am not. So viewers, before we end our show tonight, I am encouraging you. I have a list of 125 individuals that needs a device to go online. Some children in homes have to share a phone where 2 and 3 of them are in school and they have to share a phone every hour they have to change. So what I'm asking of you tonight, viewers, and I do thank those who contributed today. Let me tell you something. They say, eat little and live long. Give a little, get a little grace from God, and you will live longer. So what I'm asking you to do is to contribute between $500 to $600. When you come into our studio, call our number 238-6716 or 339-1670. Make a contribution of $500 to $600. I will put the rest to buy a device for students. We need to raise money to buy 125 devices. Right? It's almost $200,000, but with the grace of God, we will get it. Now, what I am offering in return is that when you make that contribution of $500 or $600 towards that device, you could win an all-inclusive trip for 2 to Tobago in a luxurious hotel. In a luxurious hotel. Right? So, this is all I'm asking of you. Just make a contribution. You never know when you could end up in a situation. And the last drive that I kept, let me tell you something. A lot of people made contribution and a lot of people were blessed. A lot of people. So I ain't talking no gimmick thing. I'm talking things where people came back and tell me. And even we had 1 or 2 callers who called in and say how they were blessed. So viewers, we are almost out of time for tonight. But nevertheless, keep in mind you have a child. And one day you never know. You never know what your situation will be. We had the middle class people who are whining and dining and enjoying themselves. Today they are like paupers on the street because their business shut down. And they never thought they would have shut down. So some of them end up like pauper on the streets. They had to sell their car. They had to sell their gold. They had to sell their business to keep afloat. They never thought it would happen. But God is good. So viewers, all I'm asking you to do is make a contribution. Call 2386716 or 3391670. Set up an appointment and come and make a contribution for a child. So until we meet again, Allahumma surka ba ila inta. If you believe in giving and you believe in charity, bless a hand, that hand will bless others in the future to come. Until we meet again, I'm Saieed Ali. This is Real Talk. Good night.